Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'm going to a country I've not been to before. This is the first time I've visited this particular country, and that is Chile. And I have here a Daff ration, which is a civilian copy of the Chilean military rations. It is the same company that make the military rations and supply the civilian versions. So let's get this on a table and see what this pack contains. And so, as you can see, I now have this Chilean Daff ration on the table here. Now this is containing authentic military food. It is a civilian take on their genuine military rations, which are almost impossible to get hold of here in the UK. But this is one of the next best things because it's made by the same military provider and it's using the same components. So it's the MRE, ready to eat. On the back it's got all the nutritional facts for the mains. It also tells you it has 1,500 calories, so it's a very large meal pack. No easy open tear strip, good strong military grade plastic. So I think we should just bring in the old friend and just go straight across the back and see what this Daff ration actually contains. This is the first time I've had one of these, so I'm looking forward to trying this one. Always look forward to trying the ones of countries I've never been to before. So it's a very, very large set of contents. So what do we actually contain? Straight off the bat, we have some what feels like fruit mix. It's all on peanuts with raisins. Luckily, English that side, Chilean on the other side. So peanuts with raisins, that's a great help, the fact that it's in both languages. We also have some big crackers, so there are two large crackers, feeling like a large round cracker there. We have an Isotonic drink powder, so Isotonic pineapple drinks powder. We have coffee. There is a nice looking accessory pack containing sugar and salt and a very impressive looking spork. That looks like one of the sporks that I'd actually use on my camping trips, so that'll be a nice spork to keep for future use. So sugar, salt, spork and napkin. There is a military looking flameless FRH, flameless ration heater. Now you have the mains, which is a pasta with POMODORO sauce. That's not a sauce I've actually tried before. This pack just feels a little bit sticky, so I hope nothing's been leaking. So it's the pasta with POMODORO sauce. We also have some apricots on syrup, so some apricots. There is also a berries jam. And again, this one looks like something's been leaking. There was something stuck on the side of the pack there. I don't know if you can pick that up if I turn it sideways. There is something on the side of the pack, so I hope that's not been leaking in any way. And last but not least, there is a second coffee, so two coffees. So this is the impressive looking contents of this Chilean Daff MRE. So let's get these out on a tray and see what they look and taste like. And now, as you can see, I have here laid out on the tray this Daff Chilean meal. I've pre-warmed the pasta in POMODORO sauce. It's been 10 minutes boiling, and the first thing I'm going to do is have a better look at this little accessory pack. So as you can see through the pack, nice and easy to open. It's got a very commercial looking spork. These are, I have got some of these myself. I've carried them in my Crusader cook sets when I go camping. They're very handy, very useful. Identical to the one I have, just this has the name embossed on there, Daff, but a very nice useful spork spoon. We also have a couple of simple napkins and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sugars, quite a lot of sugars. I'm going to put those for the moment. And last but not least, what looks like a couple of packets of salt, no pepper. So that's interesting, 2 salt, no pepper. So I'll just put these off to one side. I don't think I'm going to be requiring 6 packets of sugar, so I will just put one to the side for use and move the others. On here we also have, as we've seen in the intro, 2 coffees. I'm just going to have one for now, so we've got a plenty of sugars and coffees at the side there. So differently, this one contains a isotonic drink powder for 1 litre. Now 1 litre is a standard military size canteen, so I'm assuming that in the military this is a canteen's worth. I've got a litre of water separate in the jug, so I'm going to mix it in the jug and then obviously add whatever I need to the normal glass. So feels like it's a little bit compromised. It's pineapple flavoured. I'm just going to bring in my friend here just to help open that bag, and I'm just going to pour the whole lot straight into, it's just under a litre of water. Does seem compromised. It's lumpy, clumpy. Wow, there is a big mass there. I'm going to break it up with my fingers, as you can see. Can smell pineapple. I don't know if you can see, it's breaking apart like a cake. I don't know if that's normal. Some of these are like that. I've had military rations where that's the norm, but that's going to take a lot of dissolving. Wow, I think that would have gone much easier in hot water. So I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds to moisten up, and I think I'm going to come back to that. And while I'm just giving them a few seconds, I'm going to look at one of the coffees. So it's 2 grams of coffee. So very simplistic green military style bag there. Very much a basic dark looking roast. I'm also going to add one of the sugars. I do like mine sweet. 1 sugar. I don't think I'll be requiring the 6. And I'll top that up, of course, half a mug. There is no whitener, which is a shame. I do like white coffee, but if the coffee's good, it's still enjoyable black. And I'm going to just bring that spoon back in there. I'm sure it's not going to harm. There's a lot of that powder refusing to dissolve. I think that might be an ongoing process. I'll come back to it again in a minute. So, moving around, we have 2 of the big crackers. You can see there's 2 in there. Look, see if there's any sort of tear open strip. There is not. Oh, at the top. My eyesight's getting worse. So we have 2 interesting looking biscuits stroke crackers. It does call them the big cracker. They do actually look more like a biscuit or a cookie. There's 2 of those. Keep going round. We have some peanuts and raisins. Again, why they always seem to put the tear strips at the top end and the vacuum at the bottom, I don't know, because that just means often when you rip it open they just spew all over the floor. So let's just let the air go. See if we can get them down the pack a little. So, as the name suggests, just a large bag of peanuts and raisins, so just empty a few of those out. It is a large pack. There's plenty in there, keep you going for a while. There's more than enough there for demonstration. We also have some apricots on syrup. I think that should be apricots in syrup. A little bit of an English miss. I'll just bring in a bowl for those so they don't go everywhere. through. Plenty of sauce, plenty of syrup there. It's like typical canned or tinned apricots. We also have a berries jam. Now this also feels very liquid, so I've got another bowl ready just in case. It does, it looks like it's a liquid as opposed to a thick jam, which I'm used to. It felt like it's in the packet. Again, it's more like a sauce, so it's a good job I've got another bowl ready. So I'll bring that one in, just pour that one. Very, very, very liquid. Not a sort of jam I'm used to here in the UK. They're always set and thick. That one is very, very, it's more like a juice, fruits in juice. Now, we'll take a look at the pasta with pomodoro sauce. 200 grams, which is smaller than most European and most countries' portions. Most portions are 300 grams for the militaries, so that's interesting. But their mains are smaller in comparison. There's a nice smell coming from there, a nice tomato smell. Okay, so before I use the spoon for anything else, I'm going to give this one last, oh, that's sounding better now. It feels like they've dissolved, so they're not the easiest of dissolving. And we'll just have a glass before we just put the rest of it out of the way. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the coffee. Very dark looking roast, strong looking, strong smell. Dark, quite bitter, needed the sugar. Even with one sugar, there is still a little bitterness there, but it is a good quality coffee. A little bit of milk would make this an excellent drinking instant. Out of all the instants I've tried in the rations, these are one of the better ones. It's got some depth to it, some deep roast coffee flavours. Almost like a filter coffee. It has that sort of strength. Good quality instant coffee. Shame we just haven't got a little bit of milk or white powder, but as it is, it's very nice, very enjoyable coffee. We'll take a look at this pineapple. Thankfully not overly coloured. Very, very mild pineapple flavour. Did actually put less than 1 litre. I did 800 millilitres. Good job I did. Even at 800 millilitres, it's only just strong enough. It's light, it's pleasant. There's a delicate pineapple background flavour, not overly sweet. It does feel like an isotonic drink. You do feel like there's some more energy in there than just the flavourings. It's a nice, refreshing, mouth cleansing drink there. So, where do I start? I think I'm going to start straight on the mains. Let's go for the mains. So this is the pasta in pomodoro sauce. Looks like there is tomatoes, carrots, couple of little herbs and some soft pasta there. So it's a vegetarian style dish. Can't see any meat. Pasta is overcooked, very soft, very similar to a tinned or canned pasta. Light flavour, tomatoes, carrots, extremely soft. For me, a little under seasoned. I can see why there's the need for the salt. There does seem enough pepper, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of salt. Okay, one of those little packets and a stir. I know that's going to improve things. The tomatoes are a little bit on the sour side. They just need something a little bit more in my opinion. Okay, so let's have another taste there. So that's got a little bit of extra salt to it. To me, that's what was missing. It's a nice, delicate, easygoing dish. A little bit overcooked. Everything is very, very soft. But if in the UK we have canned vegetable soup, tinned vegetable soups, the flavour is very much like a canned vegetable soup containing pasta. That's not a bad thing. It's very recognisable, enjoyable, simplistic tasting meal. Only 200 grams, so not even too heavy for the troops. So, a little taste of the coffee again. For me, I think that needs a little bit more sugar. Yeah, there's a strong tasting coffee, good quality, but needs a little bit of milk and sugar, I think, extra for myself, but it is good. Now, where do I go? I've dirtied up my spoon. Let's just see if I can give that a bit of a rinse. Where do we go next? I think we'll have a look at these apricots. There are 5 little apricots, looking very much like typical canned, tinned apricots. Let's have a taste of those. Sweet, very soft, very sweet sauce. Very soft, very enjoyable, tasty, canned. They do seem like they've have a lot of sugar added. Doesn't seem like it's natural sweetness, it seems like there's sugar, but that does make for a sweet, tasty, enjoyable dish. Very soft, very reminiscent of any canned or tinned fruits, but nice, tasty, enjoyable. I'm just going to have a little taste of this jam. It's very watery jam. There is a few little berries in there. Hard to see what berry. Maybe raspberries. Unsure. So have a taste of it on its own. Very reminiscent of a red berry juice. I'm not sure what berries it is. It's not strawberry. I don't think they're raspberry. There must be a different berry that is native to Chile. But it is. Just like if people have had fresh strawberries, covered them in sugar, left them an hour, and then come back, the strawberries have given out all that lovely juice with the sugar. It's that sort of syrup. Does taste like some red berries has been covered in sugar, and the sugar has just drawn the juice out. Again, very sweet, very tasty, enjoyable. I'm going to have a look at some of these, what they call crackers. Now, it seems to break more like a cookie or a cookie biscuit. Quite sweet. I would say more of a dessert style biscuit, more of a cookie than a cracker. I think these would go far better in the fruit. Then I'm going to try a little piece in there. For me, it just tastes too sweet. I'm just going to try a little bit in the mains. Just try a little bit, see how it goes. You could crumble one into there. It just seems a little bit sweet for my own taste. Certainly done it no harm. You could crumble one into there, but I think it will go much better crumbled into these sauces. I think maybe it's probably what this sauce is for. It's very, very, very wet. It does look like it's the sort of thing that would help rehydrate these biscuits or crackers. For me, the crackers are certainly better for that. It makes like a sort of cobbler. A sort of cobbler idea. I'm just going to try some in the apricots. These fruits are very much mix and match. They're going to complement each other, you just know. Again, you now have an apricot cobbler, so it's a very nice combination. One last try. I'm also going to try mixing a little bit of the red berry with that. So a right old mix now. Some of the red berry jam and the apricots. I think for ease of eating, those two are both so similar. They are fruits in a sugar rich syrup. You've now got apricots and red berries with the biscuit. Very sweet, very enjoyable pudding dessert after meal. Bit of sweetness. It is very sweet. There is a very high sugar content. Obviously Chileans with the 6 bags of sugar do enjoy a high sugar content meal. Finally, we'll have a look at some of these nuts and raisins. I don't know what that is. I've got a little bit of black on my hand there from something. I don't know where that's come from. The raisins look a little bit dry. They do look past their best. They are a little bit on their dry side. Seem like they've gone past their best. Raisins in the UK tend to be slightly moist, a little bit of moisture to them. These are extremely dry. Whether that's the norm in Chile, it may well be the norm. They might just dry them further. But peanuts, plain, simple peanut, no salt. Again, they do seem a little bit past their best. They don't seem like the best quality peanuts. I suppose you could, if you wanted to, just separate some of those berries, just chuck them in, add to the whole texture, the whole dish. So some of the raisins in there. Certainly helps the raisins. Why not? There's only one more thing to try. Even try a couple of the peanuts in there. Why not? Even the peanuts are not amiss in this mix. Very sweet, very sweet, very enjoyable. Quick refresh my palate. So, overall, this Chilean Daff meal ready to eat. Nice, tasty, enjoyable components. Nothing there I disliked. Good coffee, mild drink. The mains were light, very sugary, very sweet desserts, but a very enjoyable, very tasty, lots of combination meal. So I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.